of good head shakes. Good morning. I'm headed over to the house to do some work. It was a long week. I started off the week with a pretty good day, and then I had 2 really sucky fishing days in a row. Clients were amazing. I have regular clients all week this week, and so that was great, but the fishing sucked for 2 days for me. And then that was followed by the best day I've had all fall of fishing. And then that was followed by another good day. So frankly, I'm exhausted, but I got work to do on this house. So I'm driving over here. Sorry for the shaky camera. But my daughter made donut sticks. I'm gonna eat those. I'm gonna drink my coffee, and I'm gonna get some framing done. And I'm gonna show you what exciting stuff happened this week. Stay tuned. Hey y'all. Boy, I blew last weekend. You see this? What the heck? I knew this was gonna happen. I knew winter was coming again. Seems to happen every stinking year. But anyways, last weekend I blew it. I had all these plans to show you what was going on, made a little video saying, here's what's gonna go on, and then I was gonna do it. But my weekend got away from me. I'm gonna go in the house in a second and show you. But it's snowing out here. It's lovely at the barn, the mini barn behind me. But anyways, so last weekend got away from me. My friend Robert came over and helped me do some electrical and some framing, and I didn't tape any of it, video any of it. How do you say it nowadays? Video, tape, film. No, it's not even film. I don't know what you call it. But anyways, he helped me, and then my friend Eric, who's been my friend since I was pretty much born, stopped to see me, and I haven't seen him in like 10 years in person. So I spent the day Sunday with him, and I loved every second of it. It was awesome. But I got to get back to the barn. So let me flip this around and show you where I'm at. All right, it is a mess in here, but we're getting a lot done. So from what you can see from the last video, there's all kinds of progress. This light's in my way here, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna flip this around here and show you. So this is the west wall. It's pretty dark over there, but we have that all framed in now. I framed in the pantry. I actually have the pantry attached to the walls since the framing is done. I actually have some 2x4s even in the ceiling there, so I can actually put a ceiling on it. This wall is pretty much where was at before. So I did do some furring strips on the door, around the door here. But this wall over here got framed, and I just have this corner here to finish up really as far as the framing goes. And then I got lots of little stuff to do. But as you can see, some stuff looks different. I'm gonna flip this light back around here. Let there be light. So they got the Rob Skolton's plumbing team came in, and they got the bracket up there and the plumbing done for my mini split. This is here in the living dining area. And then they have some PEX tubing running over here to the shower, into the water closet, AKA toilet, and shower, and vanity over there. We got some electrical stuff done, but that's really mostly gonna happen this weekend. A little bit of electrical run. My friend Robert and Charlie were here, and they helped me figure out a plan for the electrical. So we started working on that. See, we got these little blue boxes everywhere with wires sticking out. That's all good. That's progress. We have, right here is the main bathroom. We have PEX tubing running up here. Tubing for, it's like a drain thing for the mini split. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. So then they got all of that. This might be a super boring video. Not that my other ones are super exciting, but do the best I can. This isn't the super fun stuff for me yet. See if I can get some more light on that. So that's the other mini split that's gonna be up there here in the master bedroom. And it's all gonna run out there outside to whatever the fancy unit is that all plugs into. So look, pretty much all the framing's done. I have just maybe a few hours left on the framing. We have some duct work up there, which is for the bathroom vent fans. Those go all up in there. And here is something really exciting. Mrs. Z and I went up to Menards and we did not save big money. We spent big money, but we got wiring, we got some lights, we got ceiling fans. Picked out some really cool ceiling fans. We got some vent fans. Here's the mini split units on the floor here. Yeah, we got some stuff. We spent a couple $1,000s on stuff. So that's where we're at. And this big box right here is the unit for the mini splits, which is the AC and the supplemental heat source. So that's kind of where we are now. Today's Thursday, so my last time I touched base with you was Saturday. I've been guiding every day, but I have today off and I've been running around like a madman getting stuff, taking care of stuff. I did a little bit of framing and I have more to do. So I'm not sure how much more I'm gonna get done tonight, but I have to guide tomorrow and then the weekend is all here on the house. So I will try to video some of that. That's my word. I'm going with it, video. So stay tuned. So it's Sunday after church. Church was awesome. I love my church. And I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. But one thing I've noticed building a house, oh, this beautiful framework, is the framing. Just when I think I've bought enough 2x4s, I run out and I have to go get another 2 dozen. Then I think there's no way I'm gonna have to get more than that. And then a couple days later, I'm back at the store getting more 2x4s. Holy smokes, it's like the stuff that you don't think about, all the little nailers and the cross members and the corners and stuff like that. I feel like I'm using twice as many 2x4s as what I planned on. Good thing they're so cheap. So the other thing is wiring. My buddy Robert's been helping me out with the electric. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna need this much wire. So I get all the wire, and he uses all that up. And he's like, we're gonna need a little bit more. Get a couple more 250-foot rolls. Get a couple more 250-foot rolls. Boom, we need one more. We need one more. So same thing with 2x4s. Man, it's the stuff you don't think about. So I'm gonna flip this around and show you what I'm working on today. You can see my trusses go along those headers there. And then I had to put up a nailer for the drywall against that gable end. So on both gable ends, I got to put a nailer up just so the drywall has something to attach to. So basically it's like another bottom truss, like the bottom of the truss. So I have something to nail onto, but here's what I've discovered. that I also didn't think about, because I got this nailer up here, the gable ends here, and I have this gap right here all the way along the gable ends that all the attic insulation is just gonna fall right down through. So I'm gonna have to fill all of that with foam. So basically the same thing I did over there, the pink parts, the top parts, not the green, but just the pink stuff. I'm gonna have to do that on all of this, and then whatever gap is left, fill that in with the Great Stuff foam. And that should be good, except for the wiring. We weren't thinking about this when we did the wiring, so some of the wiring's kind of tight, so I'm gonna have to work around that. Either unstaple it and loosen it up, or just cut around it and then fill in over top with Great Stuff. Great Stuff is great stuff, and I should be their sponsor. Or they should be my sponsor. I can't afford to be anybody's sponsor. They should be my sponsor though. I use so much of that stuff, but that stuff is handy. So pretty much the framing is done, other than these nailers that I got to put up on the gable ends. Look, I got the pantry all in place. I got joists on the ceiling. Look, I'm gonna walk right in the pantry and look at, I got joists on the ceiling of my pantry. So I'm gonna put some OSB on top of that. I gotta call my inspector because I don't know, I know the ceiling has to be drywalled for sure for code, but I don't know if the walls have to be drywalled. I know every state is a little different as far as the walls go, but if the walls don't have to be drywalled, that will be very good, because I would rather go straight to shiplap instead of drywalling anything. Seems like there would be an advantage there, maybe even not from a fire standpoint. I don't know. Maybe that's why there is supposed to be drywall. Now, like I said, got to talk to the inspector, find out. Because if I don't have to do drywall on the walls, I'm going straight to shiplap, baby, just like the old days. And that'll save me some time and money, because I'm going to do shiplap on everything anyways. I love the vintage look of shiplap, like in the houses built in the 1800s. I just think that's cool. So that's about where we are. Mrs. Z is going to come over here and help me climb up on the ladder. And no, she's not going to help me climb up on the ladder. She's going to climb up on a ladder. I'm going to climb up on a ladder, and we're going to put these nailers in on the gable ends, and then start filling in. So that's about it. We'll see what's next. I don't think I showed you guys this yet. So yesterday I got the island attached to the floor, and then I actually attached the top to the island. You know, I had to get the spacing just right all the way around the sink there, but got that. And then I was able to attach these ladders out of black pipe. So those flanges attached right to the table. We actually have a hole drilled in this one through the top. I'll show you that in a second. Because if you'll remember, I forgot to run conduit from the breaker box down through the floor before we did concrete. I know my buddy Charlie's like, that was a big mistake, and he's right, but I figured out a way around it. So thanks to my friend Ann with her brilliant idea, she said, get some black pipe, make like a ladder. So what it does is I attach it up there, and it's gonna go way up into the ceiling like that. And we can run Romex down through this pipe here, and it's gonna go all the way down into the cabinet, and that's gonna supply my power. So I'm gonna build another one of these ladders over on this side of the island in the same sort of position. And then that crossbar right there is gonna be a really cool spot to hang a really neat wood shelf that I can hang stuff on or set stuff on and display it. So if you look under the island, I cut a couple electrical boxes under here so we can have some outlets under there. And then if we go over to here, we have the dishwasher's not slid in there yet. If I open these doors, under here we have a little hole right there that comes right through that flange so we can run our power down here to those outlets and for the dishwasher. Lights everywhere. I went up to Menards yesterday and bought this. Whoops, what did I drop? Oops, I dropped something. This light behind me is so bright, it's like looking into the sun. But it's like 20,000 lumens. It lights this place right up. So, all right, if I think of something else, I'll be sure to chime in and show you. Look behind me. I'm doing it kind of a single man rig here. Up there, I put a screw in and put my chalk line, attach that where it needs to go. I had that fit in between these joists with my chest. It's a good thing. I was thinking that I'm not as ripped as I was in high school. I would have never fit through that. And if anybody's watching this that I went to high school with, please